Okay, if you have any travel plans on the horizon or you're thinking about renewing your passport, you really need to pay attention to this. The rules for your passport photo are changing in a huge way, and honestly, if you're not up to speed, it could throw a major wrench in your plans. So let's break down this critical update. So, why is this such a big deal? Well, get this, over 300,000. That is the number of US passport applications that were flat out rejected in 2024, just for a bad photo. And with these new, stricter rules rolling out, that number is probably going to shoot way up. We're not talking about a small hiccup here. This is a massive roadblock for a ton of people. But hey, don't sweat it. We're going to break this all down for you, step by step. First, we'll cover the major update itself. Then, we'll jump into the 5 biggest changes you absolutely need to know. We'll also see who these rules affect, how to get your photo right on the first try, and wrap up with a countdown of the dates you just can't miss. All right, Section 1, a major passport update. The big headline here, the grace period is ending. So what's really going on? Well, for the last few years, things have been kind of lenient with passport photos, but that's all coming to an end. The easygoing approach is out, and a very firm deadline is coming up, fast. Okay, this is the one day you need to circle, highlight, and set a reminder for, December 31st, 2025. Because after that day, it's game over for non-compliant photos. We're talking zero tolerance, and look, this isn't just some red tape. It's all about security, making passports tougher to fake and helping facial recognition tech do its job better at the border. So yeah, this is a hard deadline you absolutely cannot ignore. Next up, the 5 big changes. This is what you absolutely need to know right now. So, what are these new rules exactly? Well, there are 5 major updates that are the new law of the land when it comes to your passport photo. Okay, let's run through them. First off, in the US, there's a strict ban on any AI or digital editing, and we're going to dig into that one in a sec. Second, that no eyeglasses rule, it's being enforced like never before. Third, over in the UK, they've tightened the rule on how recent your photo needs to be. Fourth, Germany is going digital only for submissions. And finally, get ready for mandatory biometric entry into the US. Let's kick things off with that AI ban because it's a huge one. So what does this AI editing ban actually mean? It's not just about avoiding some crazy Instagram filter. No, this is a zero tolerance policy. We're talking any alteration by software, apps, filters, or AI. And here's the kicker. Even those automatic beautification features on your smartphone will get your photo rejected. You know, the ones that smooth your skin a little? Banned. The bottom line is your photo has to be the original, raw, unedited file, period. And it's not just the US. Check out this change to the UK's photo recency rule. It used to be that your photo could be up to 6 months old. Pretty reasonable, right? Well, the new rule slashes that, all the way down to just 1 month. That's a huge change. Your photo has to be a super recent snapshot of what you look like. All right, so who needs to worry about all this? You might think it's a pretty niche thing, but that's not the case at all. This is a massive global update that's going to impact millions and millions of people. I mean, just take a look. We've got 22 million US passport applicants. Every single one of them has to follow these new rules. Then you have international travelers coming to the US. They're affected. And like we just saw, UK and German citizens have their own new hoops to jump through. This is widespread. This little table here really puts it all in perspective. So for the United States, the big takeaways are the AI editing ban and that grace period ending on December 31st. For the United Kingdom, it's that tight new 1-month window for your photo. For Germany, it's the move to digital-only submissions from certified spots. And for basically all international visitors to the US, it's the new biometric facial scan requirement starting December 26th. Okay, so with all these new rules, the stakes are obviously higher. It all leads to one big question, right? How in the world do you get your photo right? Let's get into it. Section 4, getting your photo right. Here's your step-by-step guide to making sure your photo is totally compliant. Think of this as your foolproof checklist. 1. Use a plain white or off-white background. No patterns, no shadows. 2. Face the camera straight on with a neutral look and make sure both of your eyes are open. 3. Take off your eyeglasses. Just take them off. The only exception is if you have a doctor's note. 4. And this is the big one. Do not use any filters, apps, or AI stuff. Submit the original photo. And 5, make sure it's the right size, exactly 2 by 2 inches with your head framed correctly. Now, this brings us to what's probably the biggest question everyone has. Can I still use my phone to take my passport photo? And the answer is yes. But, and this is a huge but, you must disable all those automatic beautification features, filters, and editing tools before you snap the picture. Seriously, you have to dig into your phone's camera settings and turn that stuff off. If you don't, your phone might fix your photo automatically, and boom, your application gets rejected. It is absolutely crucial you check your settings first. Okay, our last section, your countdown to compliance. Let's talk about the key dates you absolutely cannot afford to miss, because this isn't some far-off thing. This is happening now. All right, here's the timeline. On October 30th, 2025, the US starts using AI to check photos. Then on December 26th, that biometric entry rule kicks in for non-citizens. The big one, December 31st, 2025, the US grace period is officially over. And that leads to January 1st, 2026, when strict enforcement begins. No exceptions and no appeals. And this quote really says it all. Starting January 2026, there will be no grace period or appeals during initial review. That's straight from the source. It means if your photo gets flagged, that's it. Your application gets delayed and you're back to square one. So the big takeaway here is simple. Don't mess around with this. Don't take any chances. Just get the photo right the first time and you'll save yourself a world of headaches. It's a little bit of effort now that can prevent a whole lot of frustration later.